Prescribed fire has been a hot topic for quite some time, and while educators and scientists have done a great job of sharing the message and encouraging the use of prescribed fire as a forest and wildlife management tool, there still remains much to learn about its use. One of the most common and concerning situations today is the reintroduction of prescribed fire into long, unburned forests. In these cases, the fuels have built up over time. In a typical managed stand of pines, the average available fuel loading when conducting a prescribed fire might be 4 to 6 tons per acre. In stands that haven't seen fire in many years, or possibly never, the available tons can be much higher. In one area of the Sandhill Research and Education Center, the available fuels were collected and weighed to find in excess of 18 tons per acre. In order to study the effects of reintroducing fire into this type of situation, a prescribed burn was conducted and the effects monitored on a regular basis. The effects to date have included a perceived increase in pine beetle activity, substantial control of undesirable woody plants, encouragement of native species, and very little damage to pines as of this time. The intent of the initial prescribed burn was to remove only a small fraction of the fuels in an effort to limit damage to overstory pines. In coming years and with desirable conditions, additional burns will be completed in order to return the stand to a status where it is more easily managed with prescribed fire. In addition, the risk of catastrophic loss due to wildfire will be greatly reduced. Additional prescribed burns are also being conducted at the PD Research and Education Center as well as at Edisto Research and Education Center. At PD Rec, the majority of the burns are being conducted in longleaf stands to encourage wildlife habitat and native plant communities. One of the most notable burn units is made up of a mixed pine overstory that was under heavy competition by sweet gum saplings in the understory. The prescribed burn was conducted in March of this year with a slow moving, low intensity fire, which provided the desired control on the sweet gum saplings. An application of herbicides is scheduled to be used in this area this fall, and prescribed fire will continue to be used on a recurring basis. At Edisto Rhett, prescribed fire was used for the first time in a stand of planted longleaf in January of 2018. This was the first burn since the longleaf pines were planted. As a result, the herbaceous vegetation was very thick, and many areas were thick with briars and other plants that are less conducive to carrying fire. With conditions permitting, a prescribed burn will be conducted during the winter of 2020 to 2021. The desired outcome is to gain control of the herbaceous plants and return the stand to an early successional plant community, including grasses and limited herbaceous plants, which will provide greater plant species diversity and reduce competition for the planted longleaf pines.